Yeah, so this seems to tie directly to what I thought was an amazing ad campaign that was during March Madness.
Yes.
Retire Inequality.
Yes.
Could you talk a bit about how what you've described as your family legacy and the work that you're doing at TIAA and that responsibility that you have from the Carnegies when it started, how that ties into Retire Inequality?
Yeah, so we launched this campaign called Retire Inequality. I wish we had the video to show you all, but it's super dope. But you can find it out there if you type Retire Inequality TIAA. It's like a really great video.
Yeah, we'll send it out to everybody.
Yeah, it's like on trend. Like, it's not great from the lady like, okay, what's great? Like, it was on TikTok, y'all, so it's kind of cool, right? My kids was like, Mommy, okay, TIAA, okay, I see you, Mom. Trying to hear. But what made it so special is a few things. One, for those of you who don't know, it's the 50th anniversary of Title IX. And so given that we serve higher ed institutions, we thought it was great to connect with that campaign and the history of progress. We thought that it would be great to bring women into the conversation in sports. I love sports, but bring sports into the conversation, because here's the punchline. Though there's been such great progress with Title IX, if you think about, women equality, and there's lots of firsts, but women are still retiring with 30% less. And when you think about it on the front end, on average, women earn 82 cents on the dollar. Black and brown women earn 62, 52 cents on the dollar, so even less. And so how you start, it goes all the way into retirement with 30% less. And so we thought it would be a great time during March Madness to have an intergenerational campaign spot with the likes of Vivian Stringer, who was the head coach at Rutgers, to Dawn Staley, who was like the bomb, she won South Carolina, to some of the young athletes that are collegiate athletes as well as NBA, with WNBA, and to have them help lead this narrative around it's time to retire inequality. And so we have been on this drumbeat, first starting with the highlight of the women inequality gap, but ultimately for everyone, because 40% of all Americans do not have enough. And so we're really proud of being able to shine a spotlight on celebrating the progress, but also recognizing that there's a lot more work to be done. And clearly we know that women athletes are really fighting and advocating for, equal representation, for, increased pay, for, great equipment, during March Madness or even the WNBA players. So there's a lot more to get done. So we're really proud of this campaign. We think it's really highlighting a problem to be solved, but recognizing it is a solvable problem. And so how do we do our part as a collective to shine a light, but then to get the research, the insights, and then ultimately the plays to say, how can we all work together to retire inequality, recognizing it will take government. And so what are we looking at in terms of policies that can be accretive to close this retirement gap? And so we spend a lot of time on the Hill, but also in the private sector as a company, what can we all do? And then ultimately as individuals, how do we get the awareness out so that each and every person can say, what can I do to make sure that I am on track to be able to retire with dignity, and ultimately do my part and advocate to make sure that that retirement gap is closed. So retire inequality is something that we're very much passionate about, and we actually think that we have an important role to play at TIAA to accomplish that goal.
Thank you.